There should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister.
I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party.
I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you.
The big challenge ahead for Rishi Sunak now that he's Prime Minister is of course the economy sliding into a recession with inflation soaring. This challenge is the reason that he is Prime Minister. The Conservative Party did come to a view eventually, patchily, reluctantly even, that he is the best bet for dealing with this economic crisis, and a crisis it is.
The United Kingdom is a great country. But there is no doubt we face a profound economic challenge. We now need stability and unity, and I will make it my utmost priority to bring our party and our country together.
But just what does this confidence in him rest on? It is of course his record as Chancellor during the COVID lockdown period, when he introduced the furlough scheme and support for businesses that saw them through the crisis. But take a slightly closer look at that record. As Chancellor, Rishi Sunak became hugely popular, unsurprisingly, for his furlough scheme, where people were given a lot of money to sit at home and do nothing, and for a fairly long stretch of time. But this was not a unique plan for Britain, not something that Rishi Sunak particularly thought of. This was introduced similarly in the US and right across Western Europe. What Rishi Sunak did produce of his own was the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, where the government subsidized restaurants for people to go and eat at a low cost, where they paid some of the bill and the government footed the rest. Now that cost the government upwards of £1 billion. It certainly did help restaurants and the hospitality business to an extent for a while, but it is believed to have contributed to the second spike of COVID, and that brought the hospitality down and many other sectors down with it. The net worth, the net value of that scheme, very uncertain. No one's counted the benefits, no one's counted the losses, but the losses certainly were huge. Post-COVID, the British economy took a huge hit, as did others, as a result of the Ukraine war and its impact on food prices, scarcities, energy costs and scarcities. The fact is, we did not see any particular solution to this problem arise in Britain, as we did not see a solution of this kind anywhere else. The fact is that, on the contrary, Britain took a harder hit and continues to from these forces, and that is because the British economy has been more vulnerable. One reason is Brexit. Even though a lot of leaders don't acknowledge it, and Rishi Sunak insists he will not blame Brexit for this. He, of course, supported Brexit all the way and continues to. But Brexit is a huge factor, and the impact that this is causing to the British economy is not being acknowledged, and it is not likely to be acknowledged by Rishi Sunak either. So, under his charge as Chancellor, the British economy took a disproportionately bigger hit, and all this is not owing to some brief misadventures from Liz Truss. Rishi Sunak has said now that he will fix the economy. Now that's an expression he's rather fond of. In Northern Ireland, he said he'll fix the Northern Ireland solution when asked about the Northern Ireland Protocol, which of course is now hugely controversial. He was asked elsewhere through the hustings in the last round of elections about the National Health Service. He said he will fix that. So now he will fix the economy, and no doubt he's considered the best placed to do so, but exactly how? We don't have a plan, we don't have the details.
I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda. This will mean difficult decisions to come.
No doubt, a lectern on Downing Street is not the best place to spell out these detailed plans, and that will follow in the statement due at the end of this month. But there is very little doubt that spending cuts are coming. People will be hit hard. People have been suffering already with inflation, high costs, high energy costs, and now they're going to have to tighten up even more. It's not certain that whatever policies Sunak now comes up with will deliver, but there is no doubt that this tightening up is not going to add to his popularity. The furlough picnic is over. Just what led to the appointment of Rishi Sunak as Chancellor in the first place? We know the immediate trigger. It was the resignation of the earlier Chancellor Sajid Javid, which was now what? 3-4 Chancellors ago, we lose count these days. That was a position that was given to Rishi Sunak after his position then as Chief Secretary to the Treasury. And to that position he was appointed by Boris Johnson because he had a finance background. That background, as we know, is he worked 3 years as an analyst at Goldman Sachs from the age of 21 to 24. He does get in early on to just about everything. He is Prime Minister at 42, following which then after his spell at Goldman Sachs, he had 2 spells managing hedge funds and then as a director of a finance firm owned by his father-in-law, Narayan Murthy of Infosys. But then on, he moved into politics, and that was the end of that little financial spell early on in his career. Rishi Sunak's big promise to the furlough days was that he will do what it takes to support people and to support the economy. Now that the economy is in a real crisis, all of Britain is waiting to see whether he has what it takes to do what it takes.